You've heard me say it many times on this channel. No matter how bad a product is, if the ceiling is high enough and the price is low enough, it's worth ripping. And I think that that's what we got on our hands with Finest. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy RGL coming at you again with another unlicensed basketball video. And if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, I do appreciate it. Like, God, it's been a minute since I've recorded one of these. Today we are ripping a box of 2024-2025 Topps Finest Basketball. This is a Breaker's Delight box. This is a hobby box. And you guys might notice on the cover, no logos. Yes, that is the name of the game when it comes to unlicensed Topps basketball for the next couple of months. Come October, I think late October, we're not even going to be talking about this because Topps is prepared, Fanatics is prepared to take over the NBA licensing in October. They get the NFL rights in April. So in a couple of months, this will not be an issue, but until then, it is a very, very big issue for a lot of people. The football cards, the unlicensed football cards, now they look much better than the basketball cards. Problem with unlicensed basketball is there is too much of a logo on those cards, or not a logo, sorry. Yeah, too much of a team logo in the front of the cards to really do it right and do it tastefully with showing the front of the jersey. Now, here's the other problem in the hobby. When you open a box of Panini basketball cards, you don't get any Stephon Castle autos, you don't get any Lebron James autos, Victor Wembanyama autos, Zaccharie Risacher, Alexandre Sarr. I know people are down on this 24-25 rookie class, and I think when NBA play starts back up, you're going to think differently. I'm a believer in this class. I like the talent is spread around. I like that there's not just a one Victor Wembanyama at the top and then a bunch of other guys who may or may not pan out. I think there are several legitimate future stars in this class, but the problem is you open Panini, you don't get those autos. You open Topps, you get unlicensed. So we are in this conundrum at least for a couple more months. Now, I said it in the intro, when the ceiling is high enough and the price of the box is low enough, it does warrant consideration, and that is where we are at with this one. Breaker's Delight with 3 autographs coming in at $175 a box. Hobby boxes with 2 autographs coming in at about $150 a box. And once again, when you have LeBron James Superfractors and LeBron James Red Refractor autos to 5 and to 25 in these products, when you hit LeBron autos, you can hit the only rookie autos from this class. Some of the very big cards, you know, the to 5s and to 25s. Some of the case hits as well. Some of the Currys as well. Curry is an autograph in this one as well. It warrants consideration of ripping. And with that said, let's go ahead and rip a box. Now, I'm going to tell you all the things that I don't like about this one because some people might think I'm shilling, and I am not. Unlicensed basketball, obviously the elephant in the room is the lack of logos. I don't like the design for this one too. If we're gonna have lack of logos, at least let the content deliver and at least make them look as good as possible, at least the designs. And I'm really not feeling this one. My buddy Lucky Lefty said it almost looks like a Taco Bell menu from the late 90s, and you're gonna see some of that in this with the colors and things like that, and I don't think that he's wrong. So, you know, if you're gonna put out an unlicensed set, you know, most of Leafs designs are pretty good, or they're callbacks to old Leaf designs. Topps football unlicensed has been very good for the most part. Sets like Resurgence and Cosmic look good. I just don't know why we took a step back because Finest looked okay last year. It looked acceptable for basketball in Wemby year. But then we come to this year and we have so much border on this card. We've got the 1990s MS clip art. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my god, we look like crap.
There are some other issues with this set. I will talk about them. But once again, when you're talking about the only place in town to get LeBron autos or Castle autos, the price is cheap enough where I don't think it's a criminal price, under $200 for those opportunities. Yeah, let's go ahead and rip a box and check it out. There is an Arrivals, kind of the supreme ripoff. We're going to hear that a lot, of Keyshawn George. I don't think that this card is particularly bad on the insert. I think it's fine. It obviously does rip off Supreme. That's kind of weird. But the base cards, I think, are the most criminal to me. It's like, you know, I understand the lack of logos. It is what it is for a couple more months. But can we at least make a good-looking base card? And to me, these are just not good-looking base cards. Are really a good-looking set. There's some good inserts, but this design is, like, very bland, very just boring to me. We have a purple that is going to be Brandon Clark to 150, and I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with this, and I'm going to show you what it is right here. It is a Benny Matherin, but this is an orange to 200, and normally in Finest, oranges are to 25. So once again, Topps has done a good job in the past, I would say a couple of years, standardizing the parallels between the chromium products. You get an orange now out of Chrome Bowman Chrome, and it's like to 25 now instead of 75, like in Sapphire a couple years back. Now we have oranges to 200 when we're conditioned to see orange and think we're going to get a card to 25. Like, what are we doing there? Like, why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Like, why are we going the opposite direction? But we are going to get 2 autographs today, and let's see if we can hit something good, make it worth our time. We're in for about $325 between these 2 boxes, and you can easily make that back with 1 card. It will have to be like a red to 10 or to 25 or whatever the reds are. I'm also not big on the unnumbered color. We already have refractors and X-fractors. We don't need a light blue. There is going to be Alexandre Sarr on the showstoppers. Inserts look good. Like, you can't complain too much about the inserts given the scope of what they can do with unlicensed cards and no logos. This is not a criminal design right there. Like, that's a good design. And I don't even have a problem with these. That is a Evis Missy on the X-Fractor arrivals. But I have a big problem with this boring, bland 1990s clip art design. It just doesn't do it for me. That would be one of my main critiques about this one. We've got some color in here, but again, I don't know what's what. I don't know what's to 25 and what might be. There is Cam Christie. See a blue coming up. Blue is normally to 150. This one's to 175, so not too far off. That is the Ant-Man right there. And that is the Ant-Man right there. Okay, Collation, I see you. We have Ryan Dunn on the debut. Again, not a bad card. Looks fine. I like the die cut. Got the basketball over the chest. You know, kind of takes away from the fact that there's no logos. That's just a straight off of the Walmart Rec League jersey, if you will. There is a refractor version of that card that is going to be A.J. Johnson. Our first auto right here is also going to be A.J. Johnson, not necessarily a guy I want to see. On the back, we've got Andrew Wiggins. So, autograph not too bad. Again, kind of looks like a Saved by the Bell 1990s design, if you will. Kind of looks like, I don't know, one of the Peachy folders or whatever that I had when I was in elementary school for my homework. I like that the player's back is turned. You can't see the logos. That's fine. We've seen them do that in the past. What's not fine is that is an autograph of A.J. Johnson. Want to see better than A.J. Johnson. So, $5 auto there. Maybe $10. I think A.J. had cards. If I'm not mistaken, he had autographs in Panini as well. And, yeah, let's keep it on rolling today. Another orange. You'd love to see two oranges in most boxes of Finest, but in this one, when they're to 175 or whatever, to 250 on this one. So I've noticed this. I think it's the tiered base set. So some of the tiers and some of the designs are going to be more rare than the others. This is numbered 132. This is numbered 100. So to 100 is to 250. After 100 is numbered to 200. I'm sure cards in the 200s are numbered to like 175 or something like that. There is going to be Halliburton on the X-Fractor. We've got rivals of Osa Iguodala. And a couple more base cards, Sharon Jackson and Kyle Filipowski. A couple packs left today. I'm pretty sure the auto is going to be in there. So let's go ahead and rip this one. Usually the auto is in the second to last pack from what I've seen with this one so far. We have another orange. 3 oranges in a Finest box. Used to be an awesome box. Today, not so much with the high numbers. Hakeem Olajuwon to 200, so that means it's in the 100 range. Yep. We have Kevin Huerter. There's going to be a debuts of Tristan Da Silva. I like this one too. This Finishers, another good looking insert. There's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just saw Tyson Beck did a custom set. I don't know if it's custom. It's another unlicensed basketball set. You got to check that out. If just look up Tyson Beck's Giannis set. Every Giannis card is has a game used piece of jersey in it. He got a game used jersey. Giannis signed them. Like, it is an incredible product. I'm not affiliated in any way. Just something I saw on Instagram, and I was like, man, that guy knows how to make unlicensed cards. Top should hire him. And then there's Bam Adebayo. All right, we have 1 pack left. We haven't seen much in this box. Unfortunately, that ceiling card that I talked about is nowhere to be found. And is that red? That might be red. Is that red, or are we getting fooled? That appears to be a red in here. So maybe, possibly. See what red is numbered to, if it's actually numbered to 25 or numbered to 5 or 10. Usually, nope. There's our auto. Criminal auto right there. Another Justin Edwards. What the hell? Autos were not who we wanted to see there. There's another ant. That's our 3rd ant. I guess I have to complete the rainbow now, right? Sell me the Superfractor if you hit it. Dwayne Wade on the showstoppers. We have Magic Johnson. to 150 on the 150 on the Showstoppers blue. There's going to be Rudy Gobert, our Justin Edwards auto, and I think I need to see a good card here. Otherwise, we're cooked. Are we cooked? We're cooked. Miles Turner, 8 of 10. At least it's numbered to 10. I believe they're going to call this one a Vapor. I think they've been calling these the Vapor set with the background design. I will say another thing that I want to point out as I rip through this box and I look through it. One of the things that I do not like on these particular cards, and not just because I'm a breaker, I don't have a problem sorting these. Where's the team name at, guys? Where's the city name of the team where they're located? It's not on the front. It's not on the back. It says his hometown, born. Does not say where he plays. Not even like right there. You would think they'd put like Indiana or something. But no. So I don't like that. You know, that's just another accessibility issue for people who maybe want to rip a cheap box of basketball and they don't know all the teams and they can't decipher what teams they are without the logo. So that's another weird one. No positions and just the player name. Seems just lacking a lot of detail on the cards as well. I don't see any, like, I don't see anything anywhere. So, you know, if I didn't know who Avis Missy is, man, I would have to look him up because it doesn't really say anything about New Orleans anywhere. Not even, I'm scanning there, not even, like, in the section about him. So, yeah, I guess if you know ball, like, it's not a problem for you. But, again, an accessibility issue to a kid or something who might not know that Brandon Clark plays for the Grizzlies. I know that we got destroyed on that box. I hope this box is better. This is a Breakers Delight box. These are coming in at about $175 each. You get 10 cards. So all that base, we just say, nope, we only want refractors. We only want X-fractors. And we want to see a better auto than the two guys we got in the last box. No, like, pack odds or anything like that. So let's go ahead and see if we can see a case hit or something. And we are going to get the geometric parallels in here. I see a blue up front. That's kind of interesting. I see inserts on the back. I have no idea where the autographs are in here. So it's not there. Russell Westbrook is going to kick this off. That's to 25, of course. Because why would the blue geometric not be to 25? Makes perfect sense to me. It is in the 300s, so I'm guessing that the cards in the 100s is maybe to 50, and the cards in the 200s is to like 75 or something. I don't know. Jamal Shed. There's Grant Hill. We've got LeBron James with the mean mug. I do not have a problem with this card whatsoever. Lack of logos, obviously, but hey, you got a good pose on there at least. Our first auto, okay, so our 3 autos are right here. First auto, we're just going to pretend we didn't see that because I want to pretend that that's not the auto we got. Paul George is going to be on the Showstoppers. A Arrivals to 100 of H.A. Mitchell for the Thunder. And okay, back to our reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Ulrich Chomsky to 75, our first auto. That one actually does have his position and team name. Why couldn't we do that on every card? Chomsky to kick it off. Finest, is this like a Masters or just a Finest autographs? Oh, is that Tyler? Zach Collins, 76 of 99. Not a bad looking card, I will say. I think they did a good job on most of the inserts and the autograph sets. It's just a base set that they said, we don't have time to finish this. Let's just ship it as is. 76.99, Zach Collins, and our final card of the day, final autograph. We need to see something here. It is a rookie. Is that Bronny? Yeah, that is Bronny. Bronny James, okay. Obviously, I wanted a LeBron, but if I recall correctly, I'm not 100% positive if Bronny had autograph cards in Chrome this year. This might be the first set that has Bronny rookie autos. Now, if you ask me what this is worth, boy, oh boy, do I have no clue. What do I think it's worth? Out the gate, probably $100 if he didn't have autographs in Chrome. I can't recall seeing any Sapphire autographs. I can't recall seeing any Chrome autographs. I think that might be his first autograph with tops outside of Bowman Chrome Collegiate. I think he was in Best and Chrome University last year, but I don't think he had one in Finest. I know he had a card or in Chrome. I don't think he had an autograph in that set. So, hey, that's we could do better, but we could do a lot worse. That could have been another Justin Edwards auto. Best card of the day, Bronny. Does it pay for a box? Probably not. Does it pay for half of a box? I would be sad if it didn't. I sold his Lotus Flower from Prism China to 18 Prism for like, what the card sell for? Like $475 raw. So I would like to think that a base auto would do $100, right? I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Everything else today, man, not much to write home about, and I'm willing to take that risk in a world where finest baseball hobby boxes are $500, and we do see some crazy prices on basketball. I do expect this Panini 24-25 stuff to go up. We did have a Miles Turner to 10. I do expect as Topps takes over this license that all this Panini stuff from this year will rise as Panini stops producing basketball cards. That is just the nature of the market. Yeah, I'm not going to hate on a Bronny auto. We could do much worse. Do I like the product from an aesthetic standpoint? Not particularly. Do I like that there are $10,000, $20,000 cards to be found in a box that's $150? Yeah, I do, because that's just rare in the hobby, especially in the basketball world. $150 really doesn't go too far in basketball. A few weeks ago, you could have got these select international boxes at those prices. Those are now up over $200. Thinking about what else is out there at $200 for basketball, you're really just dealing with the mega boxes and kind of like some of the older international stuff that doesn't have crazy good case hits in particular. So, I mean, $150 for what the ceiling is, sure. Everything else in kind of the middle and low range, I mean, the middle range cards that should sell for more are going to sell for less because of the lack of logos. The hobby is just very down on unlicensed basketball, a lot more so than unlicensed football. You guys don't need to hear that. But if you want to take a stab, if you want something to rip, like, I'm going to go with the finest hobby box over 2 mega boxes of, like, Prism basketball or Select basketball. I'm going to go with that every day of the week just because you are getting the guaranteed autos. The ceiling is there, but it's not a particularly great rip, just like most retail. You guys know that. That is going to do it for me. Leave me your thoughts on finest. Do you agree with me that at a certain price point, a product warrants ripping? Or is this one just a hard pass and we wait until Cooper Flag, Chrome, come October, November? Let me know your thoughts, and that's going to do it for me today. Take care, stay safe. We'll catch you next time on Down the Road.